What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not gonna make the intro long. Let's just get into it. This is your Friday Night Smackdown post-show review on May 13, 2022. With that being said, Smackdown opens up with RK Bro coming to the ring. And then before they actually get to speak on the mic, the crowd starts chanting Randy Orton, Randy. And then he gets the mic and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Smackdown." Okay, so basically they talks about how they demands to be WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champion, how they tired of the chase. Obviously, they said obviously the Usos don't have the galls to accept the challenge, and he said that Roman Reigns makes all the challenge in the bloodline. And then that's when Randy Orton calls out Sami Zayn. That's when he calls out Roman Reigns. But unfortunately, since Roman Reigns makes the decisions. But unfortunately, Sami Zayn comes out. They get to the ring face to face. Sami Zayn talks about how he makes the calls for the bloodline and such, and how that if they did have that match, then RK Bro would have lost that match. With that being said, Randy Orton said, since you the shot caller around here, why not make that match official? You would make a lot of folks happy. And as you know, you should know Sami Zayn by now. He gets out the ring and trolls them and says, "You know what? I cannot make that match." But as soon as he was walking away, Adam Pearce came out there and said, "I will agree with you wrestling on behalf of the bloodline. But you know what? How about we have a match right now? Riddle versus Sami Zayn." Okay, so basically Matt Riddle versus Sami Zayn. This match was good for what it was. I'm going to go over some key points throughout the match. Matt Riddle's on top rope. He tries to go for a super RKO, but Sami pushes him off, tries to jump on him, but Riddle strikes back with a high super knee. Sami Zayn comes back with a blue thunder bomb. Sami Zayn tries to taunt the Hangman DDT, but Riddle wasn't allowing that and flips him over, kicks him feet to mouth, and then he does a springboard dive move on him, and then tries to get him back into the ring. He actually does get him in the ring. He hits a power slam. Then he hits the Hangman DDT and tries to go for the RKO, but Sami Zayn rolls outside the ring. With that being said, and Matt Riddle tries to get Sami Zayn back into the ring, but Sami Zayn threw Riddle to the ring post face forward. Then he throws him over. The barricade, then tries to win by countout like he did against Shinsuke Nakamura. But eventually, Matt Riddle gets back into the ring. Sami Zayn tries to attack, but Matt Riddle hits him with the bro decker for the pin, and he gets the win. So Matt Riddle wins that match against Sami Zayn. Like I said, it was a good, fast-paced match. I liked it, and but at the end of the day, Sami Zayn can't keep losing like this. But he's comedy at what he does, but he deserves better. But what do I know? Sami Zayn said he having fun doing this. He's enjoying himself, so that's the reason why he signed that contract, because he's enjoying himself. It was a good match. And then as Riddle wins, it pans away to a backstage segment with Roman Reigns, the Uso, and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline. And Roman Reigns said, "Why are they on my show? We already smashed them." And the Uso talks about how they disrespect them in the Bloodline, how they disrespect the Usos, primarily talking about how they can't make decisions for themselves and how they gonna make them acknowledge the Bloodline. So they planning up coming up with something and said that they are the longest running SmackDown Tag Team Champions for a reason. And they are going to come back and respond to what RK Bro said to them. Alright, we come back from commercial break. Sami Zayn is roaming through backstage area. Then Shinsuke comes around, he's laughing. He said Roman Reigns is supposed to be the head of the table, but you are the table. He laughs as he walks away, as Sami Zayn just looking at him walks away. So I'm guessing they continuing they feud with each other. Hopefully, Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn should be a good feud. They actually did have a feud for the Intercontinental Champion, I believe. Sami was the Intercontinental Champion as well. I just really don't understand because Shinsuke was supposed to be Smackdown Tag Team Champions by now, I believe, because I was there at WrestleMania Live and Rick Boogs, before he actually came out to his WrestleMania entrance, because I was there live and I was looking at the side of the stage, Rick Boogs was actually doing push-ups back there, and he got injured trying to carry both of the Usos. But yeah, unfortunately, hopefully he comes back because, he's very talented. Basically we get a Ronda Rousey. She comes out and she officially does a open challenge, and she also talks about how Charlotte Flair is the toughest competitor and such and such and such, and then how she gonna be a fighting champion or whatever. With that being said, the person that answers the open challenge is Rocky Godzilla. Now, I did say, I know everybody else thinking the same thing. Why did she answer it? Is it too soon for Ronda Rousey to drop the belt when she just won it? Is it too soon for Godzilla to Rocky to lose her debut match on SmackDown? It would just feel like, all of this happened so fast, but they don't have anybody else on there. It wasn't really much to take notes about in this match. I did write a little bit, but Ronda Rousey did retain the SmackDown's Women's Champion. Now, Rocky Godzilla, I'm guessing I'm saying her name wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pronounce it wrong. But she took most of the offense in this match. She did try to go for the power bomb and the one-handed choke slam, but Ronda Rousey kept targeting that arm. So eventually, when she tries to do it again, Ronda Rousey eventually targets that arm, and Rocky throws her into the ropes. Like, I'm tired of you countering this finisher, right? But yeah, eventually Ronda Rousey wins with a roll-up. So that was that. At the end of the match, they shook hands and called it a day. I didn't really like this match. It was too early and too soon for me. They couldn't kind of find a chemistry together, but that's their first time being in the ring, so I'm not going to say too much about it. I just didn't like the match. It wasn't all that interesting for me. Then we get a backstage segment with Shotzi Blackheart, Aaliyah, and Adam Pearce. Poor Aaliyah, and poor Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi Blackheart tells Adam Pearce that was supposed to be her open challenge match against Ronda Rousey, but Rocky pushes her out the way, and Aaliyah said, I know you're not telling him what I think you're telling him, and said that could have been my match if you haven't locked me in the closet or a room or whatever, and it pans away from that segment. Now, I don't know if WWE plan on using them, but like I said, I don't know, like I said, they don't have any legitimate opponents for Ronda Rousey other than Rocky, so I guess that's why they, put that match tonight. If they just build up their women's, then, at least build them up, then we could have some worthy opponents for Ronda Rousey. We get an in-ring interview segment between Kaylee Braxton and Madcap Moss. Now, I don't know why they did all that extra stuff, or I guess they wanted to see a crowd reaction between Madcap Moss or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of them to this day. I just don't agree with them breaking up. But if you seen tonight's show, Baron Corbin comes from behind and attacks Madcap Mouse with a steel chair. Not only did he did that, he constantly attacks him with the steel chair. And then while he's laid out, he gets in the ring, he gets outside the ring and gets Madcap Mouse's Andrew the Giant trophy, puts it in the ring, plants Madcap Mouse's head with the chair as you see in the picture, and legit drops the trophy on the other end of the chair, collapsing Madcap Mouse's neck in between the chair. Now that right there, that's the Baron Corbin I want to see. That's the Baron Corbin that should have been here all along. At least, or he should have stayed as Bomb Corbin. But that's the Baron Corbin I want to see from now on. Hopefully they keep it like that. He was ruthless. He was aggressive. He still had a little bit of that happy Corbin laugh, like ha ha ha, because he recently made a joke as they was pushing Madcap Mouse along on the stretcher, trying to put him in the ambulance, and Baron Corbin stopped him and said, "What do you call the place you going to?" And he said, he said Mouse Spittle. He said Mouse Spittle. I think that's what he said. I'm not sure. Or is it Mad Spittle or Moss Spittle? I think it's Moss Spittle. But then he laughs and walks away. I actually thought that joke was funny. We need more of this Baron Corbin. And then we get a WWE Women's Tag Team Champion match between Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Shayna Baszler and Natalya. What haven't we already seen from this match? Sasha Banks tries to put the bank statement on Natalya at least 2 times. Shayna Baszler breaks it up. She pushes up the rope so she can grab it. As they get to the end, and Sasha Banks tries to do their tag team finisher, but Natalya kind of like just slams Naomi, and then they took advantage. Naomi takes advantage. They almost lost with a close 2. I think Sasha Banks kind of peeked in her leg because she kind of, kind of injured their leg because she was kind of hopping on it. Hopefully it wasn't nothing too serious. But eventually Naomi wins with the roll-up pin. Now, I don't know if this was kind of singling Natalya's breaking up with Shayna Baszler because she left the ring by herself, just leaving Shayna Baszler outside the ring. But I wasn't looking too much into this match or whatever. It was fun for what it was, though. And then we get a backstage 7, Ricochet, the Intercontinental Champion, and Drew Gulak, or Gulak. They talked about how Ricochet said you can only, if you want to be the best version of yourself, the only person that can control that is you. And Drew Gulak says that next time he sees Gunther, he won't let him chop him anymore or won't let him down. But eventually, as you see in the picture, he went up to Gunther, and Gunther, I forgot that man's name. I'm actually writing notes right here, but Gunther and the other guy, he asked him what did he say, and he stood up to confront Gunther, but Gunther chopped him and have him laid there right there. I bet he won't do that again, huh? I bet he won't do that again. I actually kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, you know better not to try to challenge Gunther. Do you know who Walter is? If you don't, please go check out his UK matches. That man is a beast. He's a beast. We get Butch versus AKA Pete Dunne versus Kofi Kingston. I wasn't interested in this match. I haven't took notes on it. Like I said, man, they got to do better with Sheamus and Ridge Holland, but it is what it is. Butch wins after he takes advantage when Ridge Holland gets on the apron and then goes back into the crowd and does what he does and then comes back to the stage with Ridge Holland and Sheamus and celebrates the win with them. Last but not least, we get Roman Reigns, the Uso, Paul Heyman, the Bloodline, acknowledge them. Roman Reigns gets in the ring, he does his acknowledge me intro and the introduction, then he says, like every time he comes on Friday, he smashes them on Sunday, comes back on Friday and tells them what's next. He says he smashed the Cena, he smashed the Brock Lesnar, he smashed the RK Bro, he smashed the Drew McIntyre as well. And he said they still here. He said there's nobody left. Nobody won't step up to the mountain that he's on. He says he's untouchable. He said things get real interesting because he said he doesn't have anybody for him. But he said his cousin, the Uso, they might have somebody next. What are they going to do about it? And then when the Uso was about to speak, that's when Randy Orton interrupts. Randy Orton comes out. The first thing he says to Roman Reigns, he says, "You didn't smash Cena. Cena is 10 times the superstar you will ever be." And I was like, whoa, did he just go off script when he said that? Basically, they was telling the Usos to, accept the challenge, and just accept the challenge so they can take those titles and turn into one title so they can be the undisputed tag team titles. The Usos, Jimmy Uso said they accept and then say they gonna be the undisputed tag team champion. Next thing you know, Matt Riddle with the right knee to Roman Reigns' face, and then they escapes the ring, and Roman Reigns looking at them all stunned, confused. And there we have it. Next week, we will be having ourselves a tag team championship unification match. We all know they're just going to be a troll. They not going to have it on a regular Smackdown. They just need for you guys to tune in. But eventually that is your post show for Smackdown tonight. It wasn't really all that good, to be honest. Wasn't nothing really worth mentioning. Like you want anything for tonight, you probably won't remember tomorrow. That's just how not my memory it was tonight. We know the Unification Tag Team titles are not going to be next week. Let me know what you guys think about SmackDown tonight. Did you enjoy it? I mean, I didn't really enjoy it. The only thing I really enjoyed tonight was Gunter chopping Drew Gulak, and Barry Corbin attacking Madcap Moss, possibly giving him a career injury. So that was it. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, go check out my other videos. Hit that bell for post notification. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Peace.